Hasina here. How are you doing? I hope you're enjoying your week. I thought today I'd talk a little bit about why I'm even doing these videos. Uh, I do music, and it would seem sensible and logical for me to start doing videos and engaging more with people. But that's not actually it. I've tried these videos before and it didn't work out for me. Um, because it didn't feel authentic. And I really commit to being authentic, whether that helps me gain fans, friends, acquaintances, business partners, whatever, or it doesn't. Because, I mean, really, what's the point? You gotta live this life on your own. You have friends and stuff, you have family and stuff, but I mean, you are in your own body and you have to reconcile that. I know I just made it a little extra right there, but these things are really important to me. So, um, this time around, I wanted to start it again because it wasn't just about making someone like me, it was about challenging myself. Although I'm not a big fan of labels, I would consider myself to be an introvert. I've always been. Even though I can get super loud and laugh like crazy and dance and sing in front of large groups, I am definitely an introvert. If you know me, you know I'm an introvert. Been that way my entire life. And I notice as I get older, it's not becoming less of who I am, and instead it's becoming more. Um, and not there's anything wrong with it. Introverts unite. Um, but it can be difficult because I very much like keeping to myself. But sometimes you should be challenged, and I want to be challenged. So I'm doing things that are out of my comfort zone just to see how that makes me grow. That's why I'm committing to these videos and kind of sharing more of my thoughts and who I am, whether it's likable or not. Um, and I hope it doesn't even sound like there's something wrong with being an introvert. I super duper like who I am, and I think introverts rock. In a time where people, especially with so much online interaction, people can feel lonely. I think one of the perks of being an introvert is we like alone time. It helps us get our thoughts together, build our creativity, get clarity on things maybe we don't have clarity on when we're around other people. So I'm definitely not knocking that. But I thought this was a great opportunity to really engage more and see how I feel being in front. If I'm honest, being in front of a screen with no one there and just talking right now and hoping someone's listening is a bizarre thing to me. And I know that people get used to it, and maybe I will at some point. But for now, it's a strange thing to me. Um, but I want to grow. And how do you grow if you don't try and you don't? I don't really like try, but if you don't attempt and you don't change and you don't look to grow, and you don't engage in new activities and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what I want to do. Also, the more you engage, the more you learn. You learn about yourself. You learn about others. And this is kind of the first step in doing that. So yeah, I want to put my thoughts out there, um, and see how it serves you and see how it serves me. Uh, and this time it feels better. It feels real. It feels organic. Um, because I've really been thinking about validation and what that means as we grow up. What does validation mean? And if it's always coming from an external place, how can we reconcile that when we're alone? How can we reconcile that when we're sitting on our couches talking to a camera? How do we do that? I always kind of gone against the grain. I don't really like the idea of looking outward for the most part for validation. I think it's a frightening concept. And I try to understand it a bit more and connect with it because I feel that that's generally things that we do. We all want appreciation. We all want someone to say we're all right, we're okay, we're cool. And I get it. It makes sense. But strangely, in my experiences, I feel less together, less okay, less at peace when the validation comes from outside. Even if it's Hasina, I think you're so great. Hey, Hasina, I think you're so cool. It's weird because it's like it's like you're laid out on a ruler and someone's measuring you up. And today you got you got a great review, and then tomorrow it could be not so great, and how you operate could be based on that. And it's like you're this full total person even when no one's there. So although yeah, I want to make great connections, and I I do music, so definitely I want people to like it. I create things, I want people to enjoy them. But it can't be the totality of who I am because it doesn't feel right. Because if you go back to your little kid self, your 4-year-old, your 5-year-old self, and you draw this picture, you love it. It's also awesome when, maybe you show it to your parents and they're like, "Oh, that's a great job." But that's the cherry on top. Because you loved it already. And I want to get back to that. I didn't really live in that world, and I think that's what I thought was alienating me from everyone else, is that I really wasn't looking for anyone else's love. But I enjoy the appreciation, but I enjoy just being present to sense an appreciation, if that makes sense. But not so much the appreciation itself. Because there's more to life than that. And you start cutting off the things you can do or experience based off of that appreciation. And I don't want to do that. I want so much life. I want so much adventure. So I'm finding that balance. I think I'm probably going to be more of my 4-year-old, 5-year-old self and relish in the things that I love and hope that I get a little cherry on top. But if I don't, the ice cream is still good, right? I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be doing a few more of them. If you're liking it, please subscribe to my page, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.